Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware of West Babylon, 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, just north of the Southern State Parkway, 631-756-1125. The website is omnitruevalue.com. They are Long Island's largest rock salt provider and also one of the largest providers of everything you need with respect to dealing with winter storms in the coming months. So head to Omni True Value Hardware, 631-756-1125. OmniTrueValue.com is the website. Fairly quiet start to weather across the U.S. today. We are seeing some winter storm activity going on in parts of western Oklahoma and into northern Texas, southeastern Colorado, southern Kansas. This is the next low that's coming out that's going to bring some weather here for the weekend. Raw, chilly rain, the way it looks right now for most of the area from northeast Virginia to southern New England. Seeing a few winter weather advisories up on the east shores of Lake Ontario. You've got fog up in the northwest. We have a jet stream set up where we have a big ridge in the west and a trough in the east, which means we are going to be on the stormy side going forward. And just to give you an idea, at least with respect to the rest of today, we are going to see our highs mostly in the low to mid 40s. There will be some places up the Hudson Valley where it'll be in the mid to upper 30s. You head down toward the Washington, D.C., Baltimore area, northeast Virginia. You'll see a few spots in the mid to upper 40s, but generally for most, it's going to be low to mid 40s. And one of the issues that we have today is getting rid of this upper low that is moving through upstate New York. Now, on the satellite loop, if you look closely in the western half of Pennsylvania, west of the mountains, down through West Virginia and extending south along the Carolina-Tennessee border, that's not cloud cover, folks. That's snow cover. And there were many areas here picking up several to 6 inches or more. This is all due to this upper air storm. We had what I was referring to as pretty much an upside down situation where temperatures were in the 60s up in Maine yesterday morning, and they were down in the 20s in northern Georgia. That's what happens when you have a deep trough and you're on the east side of that trough. The west side has all the cold air. And as far as precipitation is concerned, a little bit of activity, the last of the snow shower activity in upstate New York on the backside of that upper low, and out to the west, back in Oklahoma and into East Texas, you're seeing the snow in western Oklahoma. That's rain in eastern Oklahoma. This is the next weather system that is in play for us. So in the meantime, we're looking at the Weather Prediction Center folks talking about the possibility of another inch to an inch and a half rainmaker as we go through this coming weekend. And I want to go through a little bit of the upper air pattern and how all this sets up. We have two jet streams in play. The northern part of this jet, which was absent for a good part of the month of November, is back with a vengeance now. And of course, we've got this active southern stream too. And just bear in mind, over the coming days, if you're looking at these weather maps and you look out in the long range, you're going to see the models show some storminess, maybe even point out the possibility that there could be some snow in the longer term. And then you might look at it 6 hours later, the next run, and it disappears. That's because there's so much energy running around that models have a very difficult time with this. It's hard enough when you're just dealing with one west to east stream, but when you have two, you're talking about whether these two streams are going to hook up or not. And in fact, this is what we saw for Sunday and Monday, this wrapped up upper air storm. And now right behind it, there is energy dropping down into the Rockies and down into Texas. We have another wrapped up upper air storm here, and that is right there. Here's your northern part of the jet stream, active with short waves running along it. And the question is whether you're going to see these two streams hook up again. And in fact, if you look at the European, that is indeed the case. We have most of that energy getting injected out. This is on Friday night. Another trough swinging down from the north, hooking up with the system in the south. They phase together, and then you got a storm system that's going to impact us on Saturday. And then there's another area of energy that drops southward. down into Arkansas. For now, the model in the longer range is driving it southeastward into Georgia and North Florida, keeping it separate from the north. So if that's the case, then maybe after this storm goes by this weekend, we may have some dry time, but there's still a lot of volatility here as far as how the upper air is shaping up for the long haul. So let's just really quick take you through what you could expect for the rest of the work week. I think it's just going to be relatively quiet. We should be no worse than a mix of sun and clouds today, and I'm thinking we'll probably see sunshine for much of the day for tomorrow into Friday. You see it here, everything just kind of stabilizes. Then on Friday, you start to get precipitation developing, maybe some clouds coming in Friday. I'm thinking what you're seeing shooting up to the northeast on Friday is a little bit overdone, but we do have low pressure here that comes out on Saturday, moves up into West Virginia, then pops up to the east, redevelops somewhere over Delaware. Rain comes in later in the day on Saturday night into Sunday morning, pulls away to the northeast. There actually is a little bit of cold air to the north, and that is not going to be able to drain down. There's not a lot of cold air. There's just enough where you start to see the models on the backside of these storms produce a little bit of rain and snow, but really it's kind of minimal here as that low moves away to the northeast. And then after that, again, depending on timing with the northern and southern stream, for now, the timing would be such that next week, for the most part, looks to be dry and on the chilly side, seasonal temperatures, and then we'll be in almost to the middle of the month. And I still think in the longer term, sometime this month, with the way the upper air is set up, there is going to be an opportunity for some snow at some point. But we'll deal with that when it gets here. All right, in the meantime, have a great day, everybody. The Joe and Joe Weather Show tonight at 7:30 Eastern Time on my YouTube channel. Be sure to tune in for that. And we'll see you later. Oh, and don't forget that Weather in 5 is brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware of West Babylon, 1226 North Wellwood Avenue, 631-756-1125, OmniTrueValue.com. Now we'll see you later.